Are we live? What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, and we are back once again out here to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, I've been gone for a while, man. You know, that government shutdown had all the ramps closed off and everything, so I couldn't really get to the water like I wanted to. But I have been fishing a tournament here and there, so you guys hopefully been seeing some of that action. Want to give a big shout out to the Rob Bender's Bass Club. The season is over. We finished up the Classic. And, you know, I did all right. I placed sixth overall for the season. And let's see, I think I got third. Yeah, I got third in the Classic that took place at Lake Gunnersville. So today we're out here to do this thing called Bass for Cash. Now, for anybody new to the channel, I will start being back out here on a weekly basis. I've been gone for a minute, so we got to get the numbers back up, all right? So make sure you let all your friends and family know that all they have to do is tune in to the channel, subscribe, and guess the weight of the fish as we bring those fish to the boat, and bam, they can walk away with a little cash for their pocket. All right, so I know we're going to start off a little slow, guys. As you guys continue to trickle into the live stream, we're going to kind of ease around. So as you guys can see, I still have my everything set up from the last tournament that I just fished in, that last Battle of the Anglers over at Lake Sinclair. So for anybody that is watching now, did any of you watch any of the Battle of the Anglers that took place at Lake Sinclair? If you did, put Sinclair or put battle in the chat. If you watched the Battle of the Anglers, I want to give a big shout out to Anthony Perez with Perez Elite Fishing. He ended up taking the win on that one, walked away with a few dollars for pocket and some bragging rights that he has been taking full advantage of, guys. He has been texting and posting videos and everything about his win. So good job to Anthony on that. So all I'm doing right now is just going through and getting my rods and reels set up for some action out here on Lake Lanier. Who do we have tuning in? Let's see. I see a few of you tuning in, starting to trickle into the live stream. All right, we got Sean. What's going on, Sean? Good to see George Jones back in action. Drew V. Blasted. All right, shout out to the money team. Terry C. Let's see, Blaster says, tap your screen twice. That's right, guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the likes up, because we got to get the numbers back up, guys. We've been gone for a minute, so we got to get back into the routine. All right, a few of you did see it. They said back on Lanier. Yes, sir, back out here. Brian says, saw the fish he caught. Oh, okay, so you saw the fish that Anthony caught. Okay. What's going on? Patricia said, do what I diddy dumb diddy do. All right, so yeah, let me just take a minute and get everything organized on the boat. I haven't been on the boat since we finished that tournament on Sinclair, so I'm going to be throwing some different setups, and I have my hook stuck into my carpet, so I have to kind of work this thing back out of here. Let's see if I can get that out. All right, so that's a wacky rig. It didn't do me any justice at the tournament this past weekend. Tried to skip a few docks, but the water was extremely low, so it was hard finding docks that were in the water. So I didn't really use this wacky rig too much this past weekend. All right. So right now I'm just trying to get, normally I would have all these rods in my rod locker, but let me just check and see if I have everything tied on that I need, because we have to give away some cash today, guys. We've been gone for a while. So as long as you have subscribed to the channel and you have a good eye to put in some good guesses, then you should be able to walk away with some money today, because we're going to make it happen. All right, so we're going to go after some topwater fish today. And if you guys see Ken in the chat, I want to give a big shout out to Ken, because now I have my fluke will be put to action. So I'm going to change that one out. The tail got some red dye on it. I'll probably throw it just a little bit and just see how it works. Actually, let's go ahead and throw this out here and just see how this fluke looks. Went ahead with that chartreuse. So let's get that lined up. And I don't really have to worry about getting caught up in anything, so I can expose the hook. But if you watch the tournament, well, actually, I wasn't live on the tournament on Gunnersville. But let's just take a look and see how this fluke works across the top. See what that fluke action looks like. Okay. All right, can you guys see it? Looks pretty good out there. Got some nice action to it, and I can get kind of a long, very long cast with that fluke too. So yeah, so this is what we're gonna test out today. And actually the action on it looks pretty good, even with that tail having that red color on it, so that should be fine. Shout out to East Bank. All right, let's see. Shout out to DL Peck. Good to see you back in the chat. Blaster says, how did you get through the barricade to get to Lanier? I jumped it. I built a ramp and jumped it. I had to hit them like the Dukes of Hazzard. All right, let's go ahead and ease on out here now. I can tell you right now, guys, we're already set up for some technical difficulties because I did not charge up my trolling motor. So I barely have any power on my trolling motor. And it was like that for the entire tournament on Lake Sinclair. And whenever I got home, I still forgot to plug it back in. So we're gonna be kind of sitting still, not really moving too much once I get to certain locations. But that's what you got to do whenever your trolling motor isn't working, right? Shout out to the Outdoor King. The Outdoor King is in here. I see you. Outdoor King said, oh yeah, I was watching some of that action. All right, so give me the good, the bad, and the ugly about this past weekend's Battle of the Anglers. I know there was some things that were a little bit different, but I just want to get it from your perspective, from the viewer's perspective. What was the good, the bad, and the ugly with the Battle of the Anglers this past weekend? Give me some feedback. All right, so we're on the hunt to see if we can get some fish to come up and hit this fluke. All right, yeah, guys, so give me some feedback on the Battle of the Anglers from this past weekend. Glasses says chicken, all the above, good and bad. Oh, good, bad, and. Shout out to Timothy. He says, great job overall. The fishing was tough for most of the guys for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was pretty ugly out there. And I was not able to figure out how to catch those bigger fish. And so one of the things that we do, guys, regardless of the actual size limit that's allowed on the lake, when we do Battle of the Anglers, we go off of weight. So meaning that some of the fish that you guys were seeing that were getting caught were actually keeper fish. All right, let's see. I saw something. So I think I caught 4 fish maybe that entire day. And only one of them was 1 pound or over. Because the size limit on that lake is only is only 12 inches. So it wouldn't take much to be able to get a keeper fish if we were going by length. But since we were going by a pound, 3 of the 4 fish that I caught were not scoreable based on the rules of Bass for Cash. I mean, Bass for Cash on Battle of the Anglers. All right, Outdoor King says, good, y'all got out and had fun. Bad is you didn't put the stank on it. Oh, man, wait a minute. I did put a little stank on it. Put a little stank on it. It wasn't stanking enough. All right, let's see. Timothy says, how much did the lower water levels affect the bite? I mean, well, I don't, oh my God. My fluke just fell off. This was not good. Let me see if I can get my line. Actually, let me get a crankbait and throw it out there and see if I can catch my line before it sinks. Which I doubt is gonna happen now because I've taken so long. Man, now that is odd. Man, and look at this. So something's going on with this with the reel, because regardless of what bait I put on here and the setting, I still get these backlashes. And it's only happening with this one reel. But yeah, I would guess I'd say for me, the grass, the dead grass, and those low water levels, I would say affected me. But the thing about it is we were all fishing the same water. But I mean, as you guys saw, we all had it kind of tough out there. But Anthony Perez was able to get out there and get his 5 fish. So Anthony, I guess he's like, hey guys, it wasn't that bad. You know what? I see my fluke sitting right here in the water. It's sitting right down there. We're gonna see if we can get it back. So now we were out here fishing for fish, but now we're gonna be fishing for my bait back. Uh-oh, wait a minute. If you see something, say something. I've been gone for too long. If you see it, you have to say it. It's mandatory, guys. You know how we do. We always got to give credit where credit is due. So I need to know who sees something. Nobody yet? Nobody has their glasses on? I know Blastard has to see something. Blastard has that good eye. He's normally able to see stuff right off the bat. Blaster says ODK getting fired up. I think Blaster sees something. Does anybody else see something? Have I been gone so long that if you see something, you don't say something? I picked up the wrong rod that time. Shout out to Terry C. Terry C said ODK. Shout out to the Outdoor King. Slid right on in and hit me with the $5 bill right off the bat, guys. We're just getting out here and getting things started. Blaster says, oh yeah, you've been gone too long. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're gone too long, huh? They don't say something when they see something. All right, do me a favor, guys. Drop a 1 in the chat. If you guys can still hear me okay and see me okay, drop a 1 in the chat. Let's just make sure that you guys can hear me and see me. All right, appreciate that, Blaster. Hit me with the 1. All right, now everybody's waking up. I need everybody to shout out the Outdoor King. I know you see it. I always got to give credit where credit is due. The Outdoor King slid right on in, hit me with the $4.99. First day back out. Seems like I've been gone for about a month, guys. Been gone for too long. Blaster says I was a little rusty during the tournament. Let me see if I can see where it is. There it goes right there. Let's see if we can pitch out here and get my fluke back. What's going on, James? Got James tuning in. So yeah, guys, we're back. We're getting back into the swing of things. Fresh off of a battle of the anglers. Looking to get some feedback. I need you guys to let me know what was the good, the bad, and the ugly with the battle of the anglers. We got Chaos Goat tuning back in. All right, I don't know if you guys can see it, but we're sitting in some water. And right there, if you guys can see that little speck, that is my fluke that just broke off. Let me see if I can actually reach down there and get it with my pole. Can I reach down on the bottom? I almost had it. Whoa, and I almost lost it. James said, you did really well in that battle. Not. James, why I gotta be like that, James? James was like, let me make you feel worse about that terrible performance. Yeah, it was kind of bad. It was kind of bad, James. All right, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've been out here, so it's gonna take us a little time to get things built back up, which is expected. And look at that. I got it. I got my bait back. All right, so we're gonna retie that, and then we're gonna keep on moving. Larry said, busting chops, money, just busting chops. All right. We got Jim Boots in the chat. He says, I got skunked at Folsom Lake Saturday, so I can relate. Just got to keep at it. And that is right. Just got to keep at it. It happens. I mean, it's been a long time for me since I've had a day like that where it was that tough. So only one person was able to get 5 fish to the boat. Well, 5 keepers to the boat. I don't know how many fish were actually caught because I caught 4. But like I said, we go by weight. And if they don't meet the weight limit, even if they are the slot limit for the lake, we don't count those fish. But today for Bass for Cash, does anybody know what size the fish has to be for it to be an official Bass for Cash fish? Does anybody know? What is the size limit? We're out here on Lake Lanier. Does anybody know how big the fish has to be for an official Bass for Cash weigh-in? We got to get this knot right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we just take it back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then take it right through that original loop. And now we're just gonna tighten it down. Now, I don't know what I've been doing for the past few days with my knots, but I have been, all right, there we go. Now see, that knot is good. Oh shoot, it's so good it started cutting off into my finger. All right, so now let's just get this tightened up. There we go. Yep, you guys know. Only has to be 14 inches out here. So hopefully we'll run to a few spots and come up on a top water bite. I want to put this fluke to work. I caught so many fish at Gunnersville on the fluke, guys, and it was fun. It was a mixture of a top water bite and then kind of a subsurface bite. Sometimes I would see the fish come up and hit it on top, but other times the fluke would be just below the surface. And I would just see that fluke start moving, taking off. James said he caught 7. So who caught 7, James? Who caught 7? Shout out to Pure Alaska. He says my debit card expired, so I put, it disappeared. Shout out to Pure Alaska in the chat, guys. Pure Alaska's been on a roll. He has a podcast going and everything now. Ask an Alaskan anything. Appreciate you for tuning in. I've been gone for a minute. That government shutdown had the ramps closed that I normally put in at. And you gotta kind of pay a hefty fee if you want to put in at some of those private ramps. So I just kind of hung in there and tried to wait it out. So right now we're just scouting around. I'm trying to see if I can get some fish on the top water bite today, guys. But if not, I may have to put a little stank on it and go low. All right, yeah, so they're kind of low. So we're gonna put some stank on it. We're gonna go down there and talk to them. So today we're gonna get some fish to the boat, guys. We have to give away a little cash today because like I said, I've been gone for a minute. I think people have forgot what Bass for Cash is all about. All right, so let's go ahead and put a little stank on it. Man, somebody is contacting me like crazy. Let's see what this is. Blessed said it's stank time. What was I just casting to? We'll fish it back anyway just to see. All right, Outdoor King says, happy for you, Alaska. Keep grinding. Let me see, working a lot. Just bought a house on the water. Oh my goodness, living a good life. Shout out to Dottie. What's going on, Dottie? We're back in action. We back. And we got the hook set. And we got the hook set, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Does anybody remember what this is? It's been a minute. Oh, and it's a fighter. It is a fighter. I know you see it. But if you don't, do you see it? Oh my goodness. And it's a good one. It's a good one. The bendation is sensational. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, it's pulling drag. Did you hear that? Look at him down there. That is oh my goodness. That fish is huge. It's huge, guys. Look at it. Look. Oh my goodness. I got a double-handed. Oh my goodness, look at it. Do you see it? It looks like a shark. It is still pulling drag, guys. Oh, okay, I got to get back here and get my net because I cannot flip this one. I hit him in the lip, but I can't get it because he's a little too big. All right, I'm back here to the back of the boat. Good Lord. Outdoor King said 175. You will definitely lose your money, Outdoor King, if you put 175 in that chat. This fish is huge. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, my God. Whew. Oh, my goodness. Look at the mouthpiece on it. Do you see the mouthpiece on that? Oh, goodness, guys. Bam, right in that mouthpiece. Let's go ahead and get the hook out of there. Look at that right there, guys. Now, that's what you call a Lake Lanier Magnum Spotted Bass. It's a good one. Look at stomach on her. We got to call her Fat Fat. Shout out to Rory. He says, good afternoon. I just tuned in at the right time. You sure did. Look at the mouthpiece on it. Do you see it looking at you? All right, we're going to put it in the live well for just a minute because we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. Anthony Perez in the chat. Is that Perez Elite Fishing in the chat? Because I'm out here fishing elite. What's going on, Ant? We got Perez in the chat. Shout out to Anthony Perez. Walked away with that win on Battle of the Anglers this past weekend. All right, there we go, guys. Now, for anybody that does not know, the rules of engagement for Bass for Cash are in the chat. I mean, in the description. So you have to make sure you have read the rules so that you don't get eliminated. Well, DQ'd. I don't think the DQ queen is in the chat right now, but you don't want to get DQ'd. All right, so we're going to put some water on it. We're going to leave it in here for a little bit, guys. Not long, just long enough for us to do this thing called Bass for Cash. Now, in order for that to happen first, let me get set back up. Then we're going to check the likes. You know, we always have to get the likes up. And since we are just getting back into the swing of things, I want to give you guys some time to reach out to your family and friends so they can log in, so somebody can walk away with some of this cash today. Now, we're going to catch a few fish today, guys, because I want to make sure that you guys get in here and get some of this cash for one of these bass, all right? So we're just getting started, and that was a good one. That was a good one, guys. Pure Alaska says, oh, I see something. You guys know it. If you see something, you got to say something. And I see something too. I see something. Hold on, guys. We got some people still trying to hit me in the chat. Let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? I was handling some bendation, so I wasn't able to see what you guys were talking about in the chat. Oh, my God. If you see it, you got to say it. Shout out to Anthony Perez. Slid right on in with the 1999. You know what that does? That makes Anthony Perez the sponsor of this here live stream, guys. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support by gifting memberships to the channel is the sponsor of the live stream, guys. And right now, I want to give a big shout out to Perez Elite Fishing. He walked away with that win on Battle of the Anglers this weekend. I know you guys see that thumbnail. He's holding up those big old spots. Let's see. Who else do we have in the chat? Let's see what you guys were talking about. Okay, everybody was screaming out. Some bendation was going on. Let me see. Outdoor King says thanks and congratulations to you as well. Bendation, all in the chat. All right, let me see. Anthony Perez says he thinks it's a 367. But you know you got to wait for the scales to open for it to be official. We got JS Wheezy back in the chat. Outdoor King says, oh, geez, you're right. Pure Alaska says, we're going to name it Goldilocks. It's been gorging, but that's Goldilocks we have in the live well right now. I need everybody to put Perez Elite Fishing in the chat. Perez Elite, what is that, P-E-F? Perez Elite Fishing. Everybody put some respect on his name. JS Weezy says, first time I've been on in a while, and look what I see. I see a toad. Shout out to Anthony Perez. We're back live. We're back live and getting things going, guys. Rocket Kid says, how do I get on Bass for Cash? Well, Rocket Kid, all that you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That's it. It doesn't take that much. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Once the scales are open, all you do is guess the weight of that fish. I'm going to put that fish on a measuring board so you can kind of get an idea of how long it is. And once you see scales officially open, then you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat, all right? But, I mean, people are throwing out guesses right now, but they're just in there having fun because right now they are not official. It's not official till you hear the referee's whistle. Shout out to PEF, Perez Elite Fishing. That's what they're talking about in the chat, guys. Perez Elite Fishing, he is the sponsor of today's live stream. You need to make sure you go and check him out on all social media platforms. Perez Elite Fishing. I have a feeling if you Google it, you'll know who he is. Shout out to Perez Elite Fishing, guys. Pure Alaska says, Perez Elite Fishing in the freaking house. All right, we're going to see if we can get another one, guys. So we got one, and it's a good one. It's a real good one. Straight to the boat already. I felt a little tappy tap. If you feel the tap, you have to peel it back. It's mandatory, guys. You have to do it. Oh, my God. What was that? Uh-oh, guys. I think I see something. Let me see if I see something. I thought I might have saw something. Because you guys, of course, you know, if I see something, I have to say something. All right, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Shout out to Dottie. All right, let's see if we can see something else, guys. What else can we see out here? Can I get another one? Or is this one and done out here? What's going on? We got DB Fishing. Who is DB Fishing? He said Perez beat the brakes off y'all. He said he beat the brake shoes off. Not just the brakes, but the brake shoes. Shout out to DB Fishing. He saw it. Shout out to Rory, East Bank. Making it happen. Making it happen, Captain. So, yeah, they're not up in the water column right now. So we're going to go down there to the bottom and talk to them. Come on out here, fishy. We're just out here for a good time, not a long time. All right, so the next thing that we may be doing, guys, is another big bass battle. Does anybody remember the first big bass battle? We had a guy in Florida. We had somebody else from Texas. We We have somebody in Iowa, Alabama, and Georgia. Shout out to Whipstick. If you see it, you gotta say it. Everybody put Whipstick in the chat. He says, what's good, money? Just got off the job, headed to the gym. I see you busted a mouthpiece. Oh, yeah, I had to hit it right in the mouthpiece, and it's a good one. It got some weight on it. She got a stomach on her, too. I told everybody we've been gone for a minute, so I had to get out here and get a few fishes to the boat so somebody can walk away with some of this cash. Whipstick, do you think they want this cash today? Do you think they want this cash? Look at the likes. They got the likes up pretty quick. Oh, my God. If you see something, say something. I think we might have a new sponsor. If you see something, please say something. We always have to put credit where credit is due on this here MoneyBass channel, guys. Does anybody see something? Uh-oh, Dottie says, I see it. Dottie said, I see something. Is that it? J.S. Wheezy's like, oh, I see something too. Tell them what you see, J.S. Wheezy. Blaster says, CP, the generous general in the house. That's right. Shout out to Rory. He sees it too. Want to give a big shout out to Clint Perry, the general of the money team. Now, what Clint Perry has just done, he has gifted 5 memberships to the chat, guys. And what that does for the viewers of the channel, let's go ahead and read them off real quick. Want to give a big shout out to J.S. Wheezy. Oh, my God, J.S. Wheezy. Rocket Kid, Kevin, Timothy Turner, and Tom Mix. You guys are in the running to get double the payout today, guys. That is the way those memberships work. First off, you now have 2 guesses for each fish that is caught. Instead of just that one, you can go ahead and bust them in the mouthpiece twice. If anybody else puts more than one guess in the chat, they will be DQ'd. Now, the next thing that does for you is in the event you just so happen to guess the weight of one of these fish, you will get twice the payout. So right now, we're starting back over, guys. We're at $20 per fish. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel and guess the weight of the fish. But the money team members, the people with the badges next to their name, if they guess the weight of the fish, they get twice the payout. So they walk away with a $40 bill. Have you ever seen a $40 bill? Well, that's what you'll win here, guys. Make sure you read the description because the description gives you all of the rules of engagement. Do not hop in this. Once we open these scales, do not hop in there and get DQ'd because we will laugh at you. You may be feeling bad and want some sympathy and want to try to explain what had happened was, but the chat is not going to want to hear any of that. They're going to laugh at you and they're going to try to make you feel bad. So make sure you read the rules of engagement that are in the description of the video, guys. Once again, big shout out to CP, Clint Perry, the generous general, as Blaster calls him. Want to give an honorable mention to Perez Elite Fishing. But you know, Clint Perry, he was like, hey, hold up, swole up. This is my house. Let me come in here and take this sponsorship for the day. Big shout out to Clint Perry, guys. Really appreciate it, sir. Chaos Goat says more guesses and more cash. More cash for that bias. Oh, goodness. All right, we're gonna see if we can get another one. Then we're gonna move on. Let's see how many. We have 26 in the chat and we have 26 likes. The likes are matching the chat. How about that? You guys are serious about this Bass for Cash today, right? Chaos Goat says this is what chat looks like when you get DQ'd. Look at that Rocky Kid. Rocky Kid must be from the South. He has some Southern hospitality. He slid right onto the chat, says, hey, how does this Bass for Cash thing work? And before you knew it, bam, right in Rocky Kid's mouthpiece, he got hit with a gifted membership. Now, Rocky Kid has the chance to walk away with a nice $40 bill. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, I need to see. Who sees something? You don't need bifocals on right now in order to see what I see. Terry C sees something. Chaos Goat sees something. Dottie says, oh, I see it. I see what's going on in this chat. Shout out to Dottie. JS Weezy says, oh my God, Pure Alaska doing it big. That's right. Everybody shout out to Pure Alaska. Roy Johnson says, oh yeah, I see it. DL Peck got his eyeballs bulging out of his forehead. Shout out to Pure Alaska, guys. He slid right on in. He said, hold up, swole ups. He's talking to Anthony Perez and he's talking to Clint Perry. He said, hold up, swole ups. This here is my house. He says, I'm the one who busted the mouthpieces out here today. He hit us with the 99.99 super chat, guys. Oh my God. I need everybody in the chat to shout out Pure Alaska. Put PA in the chat, or if you want to really put some respect on his name, put Pure Alaska in the chat, guys. Blaster, listen, if I need you to do this for me. Once I see 10 Pure Alaskas in the chat, we're going to go ahead and weigh that fish, guys. We're not even going to wait. We don't need to wait for any more likes or anything. Everybody shout out Pure Alaska. We're just going to get to the meat and potatoes of the show today. We're going to get straight to weighing that first fish. Courtesy of Pure Alaska, guys. Make sure you go and check out Pure Alaska's channel. He's doing it big on YouTube, Ask an Alaskan Anything. He has a podcast. He does a lot of great shorts for his channel. And he also has been dropping some vids. But lately, he's getting into the podcast game, guys. Some very interesting topics that they go over. Shout out to Pure Alaska. Are you counting them for me, Blaster? Once we see 10 Pure Alaskas in the chat, we're going to go ahead and weigh that fish. Oh, let me count. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, my goodness. You guys went straight to it. 10. Blaster says, shoot, you were already there. All right, guys. Shout out to Mask Off. Wait a minute. How did Mask Off just come out of the woodworks trying to steal y'all money, guys? Mask Off hasn't been participating in the chat. He hasn't been saying anything. And now all of a sudden he wants to hop in here and just put Pure Alaska in the chat and try to take the money from you guys. Oh my God. You guys can't let Mask Off come in here and do you like that. Do not let Mask Off come in here and take this money. And check this out, guys. Mask Off is not even a MoneyTeam member. He's not even a member of the channel. Don't let him come in here and take that money from you. Mask Off says, oh yeah, that money be calling me. All right, let's see. Is Whipstick still in the chat? I just need to know if you're there, Whipstick. I want to make sure it's official so you can see what's happening in the chat. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn the live well off because, like I said, we don't keep the fish that long. Blaster says, boo, Mask Off. All right, just so you guys can get an idea of how huge this fish is, this is just fish number 1. Do you see it down there trying to get away? This fish is huge. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Shout out to Small Water Charters. Do you see that? Look at the girthification on it. Does anybody know what bendation leads to? Does anybody in the chat know what does bendation lead to? Blaster says bass for cash time. Bojan says, oh, that's a fatty. Oh, yeah, she got a big gut on her. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how big she is. This fish is almost 20. Well, let's see. It's about 19 and a half. Can you guys see that? She's sitting at just right at 19 and a half on her. So she's a good one. She's a good one. Ain't that what you say? Isn't that how you say? She's a good one. Shout out to Pure Alaska, Mask Off, and Blaster. Bendation leads to girthification. Now let's check out the girth on this fish. If we started off right here around that 10-inch mark, can you see that? This fish has about 5.5 inches of girth on it. About 5.5 inches of girth. Has anybody seen Whipstick back in the chat? I don't think the DQ Queen is in here right now. But if she was in here, I know she'd be ready to hit somebody with a DQ. But I just wanted to do that so you guys can get an idea of how big that fish is. And then once we get Whipstick in the chat, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and straight weigh that fish now. But I wanted to see if Whipstick was available so that he could see some of that action. Okay, you said Whipstick is here. Let me see. Did I miss him? Oh, there he goes. Whipstick said they don't want this money. All right, Whipstick, do you want to open up the scales for everybody? Whipstick, if you can open the scales, just type ready in the chat. Shout out to Clint Perry. Now, I need everybody to keep shouting out Pure Alaska. Because of Pure Alaska, we're just getting straight to it, guys. We're going to weigh this fish right off the bat. We're not waiting for likes. We're not waiting for more people to tune in, any of that stuff. All right, there we go, guys. You see he is ready. We are about to go into subscriber-only mode, so just bear with me. Bam, there we go. We are in subscriber-only mode. Remember, all that you have to do to participate is be a subscriber to the channel. Just that easy. All right, so you guys saw that this fish on this measuring board came in at a smooth 19.5 inches. All right, and I've shown you the girth. Whipstick, we are now in subscriber-only mode. Go ahead and put scales officially open. Do you see the size of her? She's huge. Do you see that fish right there? Look at her. Nice and glistening. She's pretty. Are scales officially open yet? You guys have to wait till scales are officially open. All right, scales are officially open now, guys. So I see Rory and Fishing for Dollars. You put your guesses in there a little too early, so you got to be careful. Look at Bass Hunter coming out of the woodworks. Bass Hunter been in the chat hiding. He's kind of sneaky, just like Mask Off. They're not in the chat till the money comes out. All right, there we go. We got a $40 bill on the line with this nice one right here. And she has some weight on her. Let's go ahead and put her back in the live well. We're gonna weigh this fish. Now remember, you guys only have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. 2 minutes on the shot clock, guys. Rocket Kid said, I think it's a 347 or a 378. All right, anybody looking out for any DQs? You know we need at least one DQ. There's somebody in the chat that isn't gonna follow the rules. It wouldn't be right if there's no DQs, right? We need at least one DQ. All right, I see the chat slowing down. Shout out to Pure Alaska. Like I said, make sure you guys go and check him out on YouTube. Pure Alaska, when is your next podcast? When is your next podcast? And again, want to give an honorable mention to Clint Perry. And we can't forget Perez Elite Fishing and the Outdoor King with those honorable mentions. All right, the scales are officially closed, guys. The scales are officially closed. Now, let's see who's going to walk away with some of this cash. Now, before we do that, I need to see 10 swats. I need 10 swats in the chat. S-A-W-S-A. Look, guys, I'm getting my spelling wrong. S-W-A-T. Can I get 10 swats? And then I need somebody to close that out and let me know what does SWAT stand for in the chat. What does SWAT stand for? Now, we're about to make it official like a referee's whistle, guys. Blaster, you counting up those SWATs for me? How many SWATs do we have in there? Hey, Whipstick, I don't know. It looks like they want this money today. They're responding quick. Bojan says seat. All right. What does SWAT stand for? Let's see who can get that first. What does SWAT stand for, chat? Who knows? Who knows? What does SWAT stand for? All right, we're about to make it official, guys. We got the scale turned on. Let's go ahead and get it zeroed out. Service all the trimmings. That's right. All right, now, I think this fish is gonna, it's gonna hit 3. Somewhere around that 3 pound mark. Is it gonna, I'm gonna, I'll go with 312, guys. 3 without. Now let's see if we have an official winner, guys. 312 is what I think this fish is away. We are zeroed out. Oh my goodness, I was low. Do you see the girthification on her? 3.44. Do we have a 3.44, guys? 3.44. Can you see it? Do you see it? 3.44. All right, we're going to go ahead and let her go. Isn't she lovely? It's days like this that makes it all worth it, guys. Let's see if she's going to jump for us. J.S. Weezy said, weigh it again. Let's see what she's going to do, guys. Let's see what she's going to do. Is she a jumper? Oh, she's a jumper. And she's gone. Do we have any winners? Do we have a winner at 3.44? I'm waiting to get the official announcement. Whipstick, do we have a winner at 3.44? 3.44 pounds, guys. Now that's a good one. That's a good start. Bojan says, man, I was close, 3.41. That said no winner. Oh my goodness. I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operation, guys. One of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash. But Whipstick, what do you have to say to the people? I think Whipstick has something to tell y'all. Whipstick, what do you have something to tell these fine people? Go ahead and let them know, Whipstick. I need to see Whipstick's famous line, because he was right again. Let's go ahead and drop this trolling motor down. So on the last lake we were on, the water level was very low. Whipstick said, they don't want this money. Yeah, I think you're right, Whipstick. They don't want this money. We're trying to give away free cash for these bass. And they like, nah, never mind. We don't need it. We don't need any cash for that bass. Man, look at this, guys. I need to get a new sleeve for my, I think it's called a troll jacket. But I think they make one that's made out of neoprene or some other material. Because, man, I have beat this one up. Let's go ahead and put this back together so my cables aren't just hanging out all over the place. And we can straighten it out later. But yeah, guys, I've been through some rough times out here on the water over the years. So yeah, things get beat up pretty bad for me, guys, when I'm out here fishing these tournaments and stuff. But coming out here, hanging out with the chat, doing this thing we call Bass for Cash, it's a little more relaxing. It's a little more interactive. It's a little more fun. All right, guys, so you saw the first session of bendation leading to some girthification. So we gotta go ahead and get to it again. All right, we're gonna move just a little bit. Whipstick said they don't want this money. He says your chat is too rich for SWAT Lawn Operations. They don't want this free cash. They don't want that money. Jody says, who got DQ'd? Did anybody get DQ'd? Somebody had to have got DQ'd. You mean everybody followed the rules? We got Julian Garcia tuning in. He says, yo, money, love your channel, dog. Well, hey, I love you loving the channel. I'm glad that you came and tuned in today. We're going to get another fish to the boat and see if anybody wants to win any cash today. I'm trying. You know what? Let's just fish this point right here. Let's just see what happens on this point. We don't even need to burn gas today, because we're out here for a good time, not a long time. We got one to the boat. Let's go ahead and get another. Hey, guys, do I need to put some stank on it? Oh, my goodness. What is that right there? It's looking lovely out here. Do I need to put some stank on it? Blaster says, believe it or not, no DQ. Well, that is, you know how they got quotas when they give out speeding tickets and stuff like that? Blaster, there is a quota with DQ. See, that's why the DQ queen, she does her job so well. She meets the quota. She DQs somebody at least once a day. At least once per fish, the DQ queen is DQing somebody. Now, I need to see some DQs on the next one, or we might have to fire you because you're not meeting your quota. We have a Bass for Cash DQ quota, guys. All right, we're going to put a little stank on it. And we're going to see if we can get another one. Come on over here and talk to us. All right, who knows who the sponsor of today's live stream is? Does anybody know? Who knows who the sponsor of today's live stream is? Let's see who's been paying attention in the chat. Who is the sponsor of today's live stream? Shout out to Blaster. Blaster said, I think it's Pure Alaska. Bojan says Pure Alaska. TC says it's SWAT. I guess all of y'all are right, technically. Shout out to Pure Alaska, the sponsor of today's live stream. And shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, the sponsor of this thing we call Bass for Cash. You gotta love that. All right, let's ease on out there to those rocks and see if we can get a little action. I can't believe nobody wanted that money. So now I got to go out here and catch another fish. And you can't give money away. How's the economy doing, guys? Is the economy that good that you guys don't want any of this free cash? Pure Alaska says, are you still in subscriber only mode? Yes, sir. I guess we can ease on out. Pure Alaska said, go ahead and let everybody talk. We'll let everybody talk. All right, we're no longer in subscriber only mode. But hopefully everybody will go ahead and hit that subscribe button so they can participate in this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think we're about to get another tappy tap any minute now. TC said, did you get any fuzzy dice? I sure did not. I saw those things costing about almost $20 a pop. I was like, nah. I don't need to spend $20 a pop. I might try to make my own. I might try to make my own. Julian Garcia said, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Oh, yeah, we got to get the numbers back up, guys. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Are we about to get a tappy tap? Are we going to get a tappy tap, guys? Right here fishing these rocks right now. Bojan says, I'll get you some for free because he makes them. What? Don't play with me like that, Bojan. Am I saying your name right, Bojan? TC says, you've been saying that since this summer. Let's get on back out there in those rocks again. Pure Alaska says participation in the bendation leading to girthification. It's a bunch of, let me see, participation, there's a bunch of Asian going on in the chat. Bojan says not playing. Boyan, read it as Boyan, all right? Boyan. We got Boyan in the chat. TC Outdoors says, come on, money, catch us some bass. I need some money. Well, TC Outdoors, what was your guess? TC, what was your guess? Let's see how bad you really do want some cash. I hope you didn't guess like 1 pound or something. What were your two guess? Well, let me see. TC, you only had one guess. What was your guess, TC? Because I have a feeling you may not have really wanted that cash. Let's go ahead and get this straightened back up on here. Straighten back up on here. All right, let's see. Let's see. If I see something, I gotta say something. Pure Alaska got my attention. I was like, oh yeah, I see it. I don't even need my bifocals on to see that. TC says he didn't see the bass. You joined late. Oh, TC, how could you? How could you? We got to get out here and make it happen, Captain. So, TC, did you hear what the weight of the first fish was? Or did you miss the whole thing? All right, let's keep on moving. Let's go take a look around and see what else we can see, guys. You know, it gets dark a little earlier now, so we don't have as much time as we used to. Remember before, guys, I was staying out here till what, like 8, 9 o'clock sometimes. But now I think by like, what, 6 o'clock, it'll probably be dark. Let me just show you where the sun is at. You guys see that? The sun is sitting right above those trees. Before, it seems like it would be like around 7 or 8 o'clock before the sun would be sitting right there. So time is moving on us. So since time is moving, we have to move with it. TC says, nope, missed it all. So Bo Yan, what's up with those fuzzy dice? And how do you fish them? Let us know, because I've never even fished those fuzzy dice before. But I have a feeling that they would work very well on this lake. If you want me to, Bo Yan, you know, if you would like me to test out a fuzzy dice for you, the information is in the description to where you can send 1 or 2 fuzzy dice to, and I might have to go ahead and test them out for you. Let the people know. You know, it's just for testing out purposes. I can let the people know if they actually work or not. I don't know if we're gonna get that fluke bite that we were looking for, guys, but we'll see. Man, it feels good to be back out here. It's been too long. All right, let's see. Boyan says, no testing needed. They work. It was worth a try. All right, Bojan says, you can fit them on drop shot or wacky rig. Oh, yeah, I would like to try it on wacky rig. I bet you can skip some docks with them too, right? We got John tuning. He says, where y'all fishing at today? And when is the weigh-in? So today, we are out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash, John. We out here having a good time. So I'll be out here for a good time, not a long time. There's no weigh-in. Well, there is a weigh-in, but the weigh-in takes place right here at the boat. As the fish come to the boat, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel and guess the weight of the fish. And you can walk away with some cash for your pocket. That's the way Bass for Cash works. All you have to do is be a subscriber. Uh-oh, guys, I got a tappy tap. Oh, we got a tap, but no tape. Maybe it'll come back and talk to us. TC says, I've also used them on a Ned rig, but mostly just... Georgia Dog says, Clark's Hill Spots love those dice. Man, I guess I'm behind on the times. Everybody out here killing them on those fuzzy dice, and I don't have any. Blessed says, since you Dukes of Hazzards the gate, you must have the pond to yourself. Let me see. Let me look around. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anybody else out here. It's just me. It's just me out here hanging out, having a good old time, hanging out with the chat. All right, let's get one more good cast in over here, and then we'll keep on moving. We need another good to the boat. Just one more good. Or you guys want one or two more? Boyan says, Antonio, real ripping lips is my good you son for sure. Oh, appreciate that. Oh yeah, I gotta get Antonio back out here on the boat. I think whenever cause Boyan, he fished with me before, right? He was on the live with me one time. And I don't think he caught any. So I think he has to come back one more again so he can redeem himself. He has to get out here and set the hook on something. Because I see he's out there doing it big on Alatuna. He catches a lot of fish out there. John Ray says, first time I tried live scope, I would just keep casting at the blobs and they wouldn't do nothing. That's the way those blobs will do you. Those blobs will do you bad. All right, let's see. Make one good cast, and then we're gonna keep on moving. Is that a good cast? Bam, that is a perfect cast. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That's a good one right there. We got Skunk Masters Outdoors in the chat. Says, hey everyone, any luck so far? Yes, sir. We haven't been out here too long. We got one good into the boat. I think it was a 3.44 pounder. Pure Alaska says, we're counting down the days until December 21st for the winter solstice. We only have 3.5 hours of daylight on that day. Wow. Then we start gaining daylight again. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. TC says, why don't you ever fish the bank? Well, TC, you missed the whole tournament this past weekend. I fished the bank almost the entire time. It didn't do too it didn't help out too much, but I was on the bank. Well, I wasn't fishing from the bank, if that's what you mean, but yeah, I was fishing shallow. All right, let's keep on easing on. Oh, shoot. I almost threw my rod off in the water. All right, let's keep on easing on, guys. We still have a little time on the shot clock. You see where the sun is at? When that sun drops below those trees, then I gotta go. But we'll be back again, guys. We're back in action now. So like before, remember, I was getting out here on a weekly basis, but that government shutdown, it got me. They closed down my boat ramp, so I couldn't get to the lake like I wanted to. Boyan says, what tourney you fished this weekend? It was the Battle of the Anglers. So if you want to see that tournament, it was live. So just search on YouTube, MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers, Sinclair, Sinclair, MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers, Sinclair. You'll be able to watch the live video. Let's see, if you go to FishXLive and just search Battle of the Anglers and just search for the most recent tournament on Sinclair, and you'll see it there. You'll be able to see the live leaderboard. Well, the leaderboard, obviously it's not live anymore, but it was live during the tournament. So you'll see the leaderboard, so you can see how everybody did. And if you click on the individual, like each angler's name on that leaderboard, then it will come up and it'll show you a picture of that angler and the fish that they were catching. Whipstick says, I could not duplicate the pattern I had on Sinclair. Oh yeah, it was tough out there. I forgot Whipstick was out there doing his thing. Whipstick actually took me out on Battle of the Anglers. John Ray says, had a tournament on Lake Jackson, Georgia last weekend, and we couldn't find any bait schooled up anywhere until we found an offshore hump, and there was a ton of fish on it, and we got fourth running cranks. Wow. What was the weight that you had, John? How much weight did you have out there on Lake Jackson? Shout out to Boyan says Fish Bass Georgia State Classic this weekend on West Point. How did you do? All right, John says they had 6.3 pounds. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Jackson can be tough. You got 4th place with 6.3. You went out there and made it happen. Mama always told me it was gonna happen, but she never told me when. All right. Let's just throw this fluke out here, guys. I was catching a lot of fish on Gunnersville throwing a fluke. And it was fun. That was a real, when those fish were schooled up. It was just schools of largemouth. I caught like, how many? I think 8 fish by like 8 or 9 o'clock that morning of the tournament before that cold front came through on us. I got like 8 fish to the boat. But only 1 or 2 of them was a keeper. I mean, those fish, it has to be a 14-inch fish on that lake. So I was throwing back fish that were over 2 pounds during that tournament. And that hurts. It hoits. You got to throw fish back that's that size. We're going to pause it up right here for a quick second. Uh-oh, guys. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? I feel some shade. As soon as that shade hit me, the air temp dropped fast. Boyan says 9th place made it to the regionals. Oh, okay. So you were fishing a BFL. Is that right? Oh, no, you said it was the Bass. What was it? Georgia State Classic. The Bass Georgia State Classic. Okay. Congrats on that. Skunk Master says 2 pounds is a nice size too. Oh, yeah. They were some 2+ pounders that I had to throw back because the size limit is 15 inches on Gunnersville. So if you catch a 14 7/8 fish, your feelings are hurting because you know you have to throw it back, right? But you just can't believe it at the same time that a fish that big has to be thrown back in the water. All right, nothing there. Let's keep on moving. All right, let me think. All right, so after we leave here, we're gonna head to, I think we have enough time to hit one more spot, guys. And I definitely have to charge up my batteries because they're running super low. Boyan says, I do both, GBF and GBN. Okay. TC says, what is my favorite bait? My favorite bait. Man, my favorite bait is the one that I'm catching fish on. That's my favorite bait. But my favorite bait to catch fish on, is top water. Top water baits would be my favorite. Now, let's say if it's a tournament, for example. And if it's a tournament and I have like a 6 to 8 pounder on or something like that, what would I want to catch that fish on to where I'm not nervous about whether I'm going to get that fish to the boat or not? That would have to be a shaky head. Because I know once I pop them in the mouthpiece with that shaky head, they're pretty much stuck. They can jump all they want, do whatever they want, but they're coming to the boat. They're going to come and hang out with your partner MoneyBass once I pop them in the mouthpiece with that shaky head. Because top water baits, I mean, when those fish are jumping and coming out of the water and they have that treble hook in their mouth, man, that is a nervous feeling. Especially if it's a fish that you really need to get to the boat and that thing's coming airborne and everything. You just don't know if it's going to throw those treble hooks or not. Oh, the nervousness. Boyan says, you need to invite me to fish with you. I'll put you on some serious fish count. All right. Boyan says, you can catch some fishes if you bring me to the spot. All right, well, let's see. Let me see if I can do a serious fish count right now. Let's see if I can make something happen. Does anyone have any fishing plans for this weekend coming up? Oh my God, guys. Was the boat drifting? No, the boat wasn't drifting. Oh my God, I missed him. Some don't put it in the chat. I know what you guys are thinking. Don't put it in the chat. I know you must have saw it, but don't put it in the chat. Don't do it to me. Oh my goodness. How could I do it? I missed him. Frisco. Why did Frisco have to show up right at that moment? Frisco. Frisco, say it ain't so. Shout out to DB Fishing. He says he saw it. Frisco said, let me put it in again just in case. TC says, awesome money, just saying, get a titanium umbrella rig. I'm catching 20 pounds every time I go out. Uh-oh. 20 pounds. Is that a 20-pound guarantee? Guarantee? Boyan says, caught over 100 fish in 4 days on West Point on State Classic. Oh my goodness. 100 fish. What were you fishing with? Dynamite? Oh, TC, you want to hop in on the false bite sensation too, huh? Okay. All right, I'm going to remember this on the next hook set, guys. Want to treat me bad. Want to talk bad about your partner. Shout out to Skunk Master, says, gotta bounce. More bounce to the ounce. He says, take care, man, and good luck. All right, really appreciate it. Remember, guys, we're going to be back in action now, guys. The boat ramps are back open, so I can get out here on a weekly basis and do this thing called Bass for Cash. Now, we have some special things that are going to be coming up. We'll be giving out some prizes and things like that. So we might have some sponsors jumping on it. If anybody knows of any sponsors that are interested in being a part of Bass for Cash, have any products that they want to get out there, just tell them to reach out to your partner. The information is in the description, all right? We're about to get another one, guys. Too bad Skunk Masters couldn't stay, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get another one within the next 10 minutes. Oh, my goodness. Do you guys see who is in the chat? We got Hog Catcher. Hog Catcher slid right on in. He said, what's up, money? What's going on, Hog Catcher? Good to see you. Man, I'm just out here licking my wound from this past weekend. Yep. Hog Catcher said, you had to go redeem yourself. I sure did. Because myself was hurting. I couldn't believe it. I caught one fish, well, one keeper during that whole tournament. John Dexter says, make me a sponsor. Frisco said, you sure about that? Are you sure about that? John Dexter said, what wound? Oh, yeah, I took a beating this weekend. I mean, I caught some fish, so I can't say it was just all bad, but okay, let's ease on back, guys. I think I see something. Boyan says, I'm fishing a local trial on Carter's this weekend. Any advice? Fished that lake only a couple of times a few years ago. Carter's, Man, I am not sure about Carter's. I know it's a deep lake. I would say try a jerk bait. Make sure you have a jerk bait tied on. If you're gonna fish that timber, you can work a swim bait through that timber and a drop shot. So if you like fishing with your sonar, whenever you see fish directly below the boat, you want to have that sonar ready too. Because that sonar, that drop shot can get a few fish to the boat for you. But yeah, I would go with a jerk bait for sure. Hog Catcher said, yes, he did. Go back and watch the battle. Frisco said, you dangled too much this weekend. But guess how the person that won? The one dangling, Frisco. How about that? And actually, let me think. I guess I didn't dangle enough. You know what I had tied on? I had on a crankbait, a jig. Where's my jig rod at? Oh, and I had this popper on there. And I caught a nice hybrid on my crankbait. But other than that, that bite was kind of slow for me. Hog Catcher said he's ready to get back out there. John says he caught a 2-inch muskie. What is that? Do muskie even come that small? I thought those things start off at least a foot. John says, I caught six dolphin. All right, I need everybody to shout out Pure Alaska one more again. Pure Alaska is the sponsor of today's live stream. He slid right on in and hit me with that big super chat. Really, really appreciate that. If everybody could, put PA in the chat, Pure Alaska. And if anybody wants to see some unique type of content, you have to make sure you go over to Pure Alaska, P-U-R-E, Pure Alaska on YouTube. He has some great podcast action going on over there. Ask an Alaskan anything. You can find out about those polar bears. I wonder if they have penguins out there. But shout out to Pure Alaska, guys. Pure Alaska is the sponsor of today's live stream. Really appreciate you, sir. John said he likes you way too much. And I like him too. How about that? How's about it? All right, let me see. I think we need to ease on over to, okay, yeah, I said we were gonna, there's another place I want to go and check out. It would be nice to get a topwater bite before the sun goes down. Well, I said before the sun goes down, but you guys see it? Hog Catcher said, Bass Hunter done quit money. Wait a minute, what do you mean? I know that is not true. Don't be talking about Bass Hunter like that. Why are you saying, oh, he didn't show up on Sunday, did he? Did Bass Hunter show up on Sunday? Because he did tell me he wasn't going to show up on Sunday. Is that what happened? John says, did he ever get his grizzly or moose? I don't think so. Hog Catcher said, that's right. So Bass Hunter didn't show up for the tournament? Say it ain't so. Bass Hunter was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and count my losses. Now I'm staying in bed. He didn't show up. Have you called and talked to him? Did you check on him? Because we all took a beating on Saturday. We took a beating. Maybe he needed to recover. Oh, look who's in the chat, hog catcher. He's he was like, you can't be talking about him behind his back. He heard you. Shout out to the bass hunter was in the chat. He was like, hold up, swole up. You can't be talking about me like that. He said he's still ready to go. So he said he's healed up now. He said, I've been healed. All right, let's make a run, guys. I want to go and see if we can get a top water bite someplace just to see. We're just going to check it out. I don't know if it'll happen because I haven't been out here for a while. Can't forget the honorable mentions. Honorable mention going out to Perez Elite Fishing, Clint Perry, and you can't forget the Outdoor King. Really appreciate you guys. Frisco says, good thing no Texas anglers were there. Yeah, man. I don't know what was going on. All right, so we're going to make a quick run. Bo Yen says, what lake? I am on Lake Lanier right now. What's going on, John G? All right, so you said, did I fix the screen? I actually took the parts from that other side and just went ahead and, since both of them were messed up, I figured I might as well get one of them right. So I got one of them right. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough power on my trolling motor to stay out here. Current pushing me, we'll see. Rusty said, did I miss the weigh-in? You sure did. All right, look at that, guys. The sun came back up. Have you ever seen the sun go down and then come back up? It came back up above the trees. How about that? So we still have us a little more time. Oh, man, come on, buddy. Don't get hung up on me. Hog Catcher says, they hate to hear me say fish on. Rusty said, I'm always late. I guess I didn't want that money. At least Rusty's admitting it. Everybody else says they want the money, Rusty, but then they come in and put in some crazy guesses and just don't get it right. They can't get right. John G says, Hog Catcher threw it half the day. There's no laydowns or docks because it's lowered 5 to 6 feet. Hog Catcher says, money, I should have got something for predicting the weight Saturday. Yeah, I think you did say like 8, what did you say? 8 to 9 pounds or something like that? Let's see, feels like I might be stuck on some line or something. Let's see if I can pop this loose. Yep, I think I'm stuck on some line, guys. Let me see, got the tip of my rod tangled up a little bit. And it's just sitting right there, right below the surface. Out of there. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to break it off, guys. Yep, I'm not gonna get it back. Get a better angle. Bojan says I have some 6 spots for top water. I might have to hit 6 Mile maybe tomorrow. The weather should be good tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back and go to 6 Mile tomorrow. Time to retie. All right, let's get my retie on. We'll go ahead and hit some spot lock. Get down here, retie, and put a little stank on it. Man, I'm getting low on my baits. Hog Catcher says, I lost 3 4-pounders yesterday. Hog Catcher, wait a minute. How each time you tell me about the fish you lost, do the weights keep changing? Hog Catcher, now you saying it was 3 4-pounders. Before you had said 2 4-pounders. And then you said 1 4-pounder and a 5-pounder. But the real question I want to know, Hog Catcher, what kind of reel and rod setup do you have that has a scale built into the rod that tells you the weight of that fish on the hook set? What kind of setup is that? Hog Catcher says, I lost 2. My partner lost 1. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Somebody put AC. AC is in the chat. Oh, my goodness. If you see something, say something, guys. Shout out to Frisco. Frisco was like, oh, yeah, I see something. Shout out to AC. AC, listen. We already had a fish get weighed today. And they didn't DQ anybody. I told them they just don't know how to do it right, AC. I told them, AC, you have a quota. AC will reach a DQ quota in a minute. The same way police officers have quotas for giving out tickets. AC will DQ somebody every time a fish is weighed. I was like, nobody got DQ'd? I was like, if nobody got DQ'd, y'all just ain't doing something right. There's no way everybody followed the rules. Hog Catcher says, I use my eyeball. He says, I can weigh a fish with my eyeball. I don't even need to go to the weigh-in. Hog Catcher said, when I go to tournaments, everybody just walk by and they hold their bag up to Hog Catcher and he just eyeballs it. Ooh-wee, guys, I thought we was about to bust something in the mouthpiece right there. Hog Catcher says, we do not need tournament scales. All they need is my eyeball. Once again, want to give a big old shout out to Pure Alaska. Slid right on in and hit me with a big old super chat. He is the sponsor of today's live stream. Hog Catcher said, that's right. All they need is my eyeball. All they need is one eye. Oh, man. We had a great time this weekend, guys. Shout out to AC. She says, hello, everyone. She says, hello. All nice and friendly. Just waiting to DQ somebody. She all smiling and everything, guys. She all happy and smiling. Talking about, hello, everybody. It's just me. And then she'll bust you in the mouthpiece with a DQ. You remember those candy, the sweet and sour candy? You think it's all nice and sweet, then pow, pops you in the mouth with that little sour taste to it. And you're like, oh man, what happened? And then it turns back sweet again. You're like, hey, wait a minute, was that good or was it bad? What just happened to my mouthpiece? You just don't know how to take it. AC says Sour Patch. That's it, Sour Patch. You're like, oh man, what just happened to my mouth? It was sweet, but then, I don't know. Hog Catcher says, I'm going to get that Perez Elite Fishing. You want revenge. All right, so listen, guys. We're going to be putting on the next big bass battle. And if you saw the first one, we had somebody fishing from, oh, there we go. Lanier Kayak Bass Fishing says, boy, he said, that beautiful sunset. There we go, guys. Can you see that? It looks like a picture. Let me put my pole right there in the view. Look at that. How you like that? Is that a good view right there? Now all I need is something to hit this, hit my bait, and so we can have some bendation going on. Well, no fluke bite today, guys. The water was a little choppy out here once I came out here. Whipstick says, Hog Catcher, you went through 10 packs of Black and Milds this weekend. Not 10 packs, Whipstick. He went through 10 packs. Hog Catcher says if we would have fished to 3, they would have been cooked. Boyan said, where are you fishing tomorrow? I'll bring those dice lures and some more. Okay, all right. I'll be out here on the south end. I'll try out some of those dice baits. Lanier Kayak Bass Fisher says, we need a celebration. I've been catching shallow dinks. John G says, I know who you are, Hog Catcher. I saw you guys talking smack on the Pre-Single Hair Tournament podcast. Y'all are something else. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of trash talk on that, on the Meet the Anglers. And then we all got out there and just got whooped. We took a spanking. Shout out to Perez Elite Fishing. He done hopped back into the chat. Whipstick says, you could have bought some time, Hog Catcher. You know there's time for sale. Frisco says, I celebrated the U.S. Marine Corps birthday with a 5.26. Was that picture you sent to me, Frisco? I'm pretty sure you caught it with a jig. You guys see that sunset? Oh my goodness, we got a nice little tappy tap. But it wasn't a biggin. It wasn't a biggin. He couldn't hold on to it. Let's get back out there and see if his mouthpiece ready for round 2. Uh-oh, okay, he said a chatterbait. Frisco said, oh, come on, guys. AC Frisco, what's up with that? Why does it have to be that? It was not a false bite. The fish was actually running with the thing. TC, you too? Hog Catcher says, Perez, you were scared when I crunk back up. Oh yeah, you were on your way, Hog Catcher. Oh, Hog Catcher gonna hop in too. Talking about the false bite sensation, huh? Okay. I'm going to remember this, guys. Let's go ahead and finish watching this sunset. TC says, I'm going to keep saying until you catch one. I need some money. Yeah, the fish aren't really too active right now. So we're just staying on the bottom. It's getting a little chilly out here too. All right, so what I was saying is we are getting prepped for the next big bass battle. Last time we had somebody fishing from Florida, Texas, Iowa, Alabama, and Georgia. So we had 6 people that were fishing, guys. If you are interested in representing your state for the big bass battle, make sure you reach out to me on moneybass404@gmail.com, all right? I'm going to put the date together, and what you do is you pick your favorite lake. You pick your favorite lake, and then it's just going to be a battle to see who can catch the biggest bass. Last time Texas won, guys, but Texas did not win by much. Texas did not win by much. I almost had him. And I was out here fishing for spotted bass and I almost had him. So you never know. I mean, I was expecting Texas to just run away with it. But it wasn't like that at all. Uh-oh. let's see, guys. What is that out there? What is that I see? I see some biggins. That's what I see. Bass Hunter says, when are we doing it again? All right, we're going to have to put something together. Hog Catcher says, let's go this weekend, Perez. Me and you, one-on-one. Uh-oh. Frisco says, boat still not right, though. Ride system jacked, but I am in. Blast says, mono y mono. Julian says, what rod and reel is that? Does anybody know what rod and reel this is? Can anybody take a guess what rod and reel this is? I wonder if anybody could tell what rod and reel this is. Can anybody help Julian out? Uh-oh, Perez says, Hog Catcher, you name the place and time, and we'll make it happen. Frisco says, shots fired. Uh-oh, guys. Shout out to Duckett. Timothy says, it's a luge reel and Duckett rod. That is correct. We out here hitting them in the mouthpiece. Blaster says, Hog Catcher and Perez going at it. Boyan says, you need to upgrade. Hog Catcher says 7 a.m. on Saturday. Man, there goes the last of the sunset, guys. Boyan says G. Loomis and Shimano. Oh my goodness, you talking about them big bucks. Boyan got those big bucks. Perez says, go ahead and set up that live so we can get it cracking. Country Carpenter says, duck it. Once again, want to give a big shout out as we watch this sunset. A big shout out to Pure Alaska, the sponsor of today's live stream. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Also want to give an honorable mention to your partner, Clint Perry, slid on in with those 5 gifted memberships. Then we had Perez Elite Fishing. He was like, hey, let me hop in and donate to the cause. And of course, we have the Outdoor King slid on in with the honorable mention. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're watching this sunset. When the sun sets, it's time to jet. Bass Hunter says, you guys come down. We cannot make any money if you guys fight for free. TC said you would have caught those fish if you had a G. Loomis. Frisco says, are your nav lights on? Nope. We're going to sneak back to the boat ramp, Frisco. I'm trying to save. See, if I don't turn my lights on, oh, man, you guys see it? It's almost gone. It's almost gone. Yeah, Frisco, if I don't turn my lights on, then my batteries won't go down as far, and it won't take as much electricity from my household electricity bill, and I can actually save about 7 cents. I can save about 7 cents, Frisco, if I don't turn my running lights on. Man, then you take that 7 cents and then you invest it. You invest it into some good real estate or a good stock. And before you know it, bam, you have 13 cents, Frisco. You have to know how to be economical about these things. AC said, what? See, AC didn't know that either. So yeah, AC, when it gets dark and you're about to turn your lights on to your car, all you got to do is just don't turn your lights on. Drive in the dark for a little bit. Then you'll save on the length and the life of your light bulb, which in turn saves the life of your battery. And before you know it, bam, you've saved about 11 cents. You can take that 11 cents and invest it in a good money market account, some good real estate, like get you a duplex, invest in a duplex or a good REIT fund, and bam, just like that, next thing you know, you have a full 28 cents. Don't say I didn't tell you. There you go. See, Frisco has the plan. You can take that 7 cents and invest it in some crypto. Buy your 7 cents worth of crypto, and before you know it, bam, you'll probably have a good 34 cents. Frisco said money cheap bass. Blaster says 7 cents an hour. There you go. See, you got to take your finger and just touch it on the top of your head like you're thinking. So I'm just tapping the top of my head right now like, hey, see, you didn't think about that. I helped you out. You learned something out here these days. Now, everybody can be an investor. All you got to do is just drive with your lights off for an extra 30 minutes. Don't turn your lights on. Lanier Kayak Bass Fishing says, bam, Emirate Legacy. What is that? He said, bam. See, everybody knows the routine. Lanier Kayak Bass Fishing knows how to invest his 7 cents. All right, guys, this is the last cast. We were out here for a good time, not a long time. We watched a nice sunset. We popped a good one in the mouthpiece, but you guys just didn't want that money. We'll be back again because we're back in action. We got to get these numbers back up, guys. Anthony Perez says, hold up, swole up. Are you calling me a minnow chaser? Frisco says, let me see, just rub your feet on the carpet and jumpstart your boat. Now, you know what? I could use some electrostatic, some static electricity, and connect that to a cable and crank start my battery with that. That's a good idea, Frisco. Oh, Lanier Kayak Bass Fishing says he spent his 7 cents on a beer. He just wasted his investment funds. Oh, Lanier Kayak Bass Fishing, come on, buddy. We got to be each other's support system. We have to invest better. That 7 cents could have been your lifeline to a good investment portfolio. TC says, just use a potato to power your boat. See, now we're thinking. Now we're talking, guys. See, that is what this live stream is all about. Everybody knows how to save money and invest their funds. Now, think about that. You can get that potato. You can use it to run your boat, to go catch a fish, then go back home and eat that potato and the fish. Do you see that? TC Outdoors has the game plan. You have a full meal, a nice day on the lake, and a fish. Hey, guys, listen. We are putting together the game plan. We need to start our own investment group. That's what we need to do, guys. MoneyTeam Investments. Potatoes and fish. Taters and fish, guys. Blaster says, yeah, that's ingenious. He said TC's a genius. That's one genius right there. Shout out to TC Outdoors. Oh, man, it's getting a little chilly out here. Look at all these rods I have. See, I didn't even take time to organize stuff and start putting these rods back up. I'm going to be fishing Lake Oconee this weekend, guys. I'm going to be out at Lake Oconee. It's getting a little chilly out here. I want to give a big shout out to FishXLive.com. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Go to FishXLive.com. Click on, you download the app for free. Then click on the clubs link and scroll down till you see MoneyTeam. Once you click on MoneyTeam, then click on the Tournaments tab from the MoneyTeam page on FishXLive. So go to Clubs, then from the Clubs, choose MoneyTeam. And then once you go to the MoneyTeam page, you will see, oh goodness, was it profile? But you'll see the tournaments. And if you click on tournaments on the MoneyTeam page, it will show you the Battle of the Anglers and all that stuff. And just click on that most recent one, and you can watch the Battle of the Anglers that we just had this weekend, all right? Big shout out to Pure Alaska, the man of the hour. Make sure you go and check out his channel on YouTube. Just search Pure Alaska. And he has some great content coming out. Has been doing some podcasting recently. Good deal. So make sure you guys go and support that. Also want to give a shout out to Perez Elite Fishing with the honorable mention. Go and check him out. All platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Perez Elite Fishing. He came away with the win this weekend. So if you go and watch the Battle of the Anglers from Lake St. Clair that we took place this weekend, that's Perez Elite Fishing up there sticking those hogs and walking away with the money. Also want to give a shout out to the Outdoor King. And can't forget Clint Perry, the generous general, the general of the MoneyTeam, always gifting those memberships. He hit 5 of you guys in the mouthpiece with some gifted memberships today. All right, so we're ending a nice, lovely day, guys. Had a great time out here. As you know, we were out here for a good time, not a long time, but we'll be out one more again, maybe tomorrow. But we're packing up and we're riding, guys. I'm going to head on in real quick so I can save on my running lights. So I'm not going to turn my running lights on. I'm going to run for about a minute and a half. That should save me about 7 cents worth of electricity. Save me about 7 cents so I can invest that into some good stocks and funds, and then I'll come back out with my tater next time. We're going to have taters and fish. TC says, what about my potato power? Then you can use it all night. Oh, yeah, that's right. Potato power. Frisco says, nav lights on so water popo don't catch you. We're going to be moving stealth-like, Frisco. It's called stealth mode. Lanier Kayak says, rock crawler ready on the deck. Oh, you saw it, huh? There it goes. Rock crawler. You see that jig right there, Frisco? Let's see what else you guys can see over there. You can see that jig. You can see that spinner bait hiding. There's another crankbait down there. Yeah, so that's what I was using to go after those largemouth. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But you know, I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?